Thank you again for coming tonight. This has been an absolutely fantastic year for the Powell High School singers, and it's hard to believe it's coming to a close. I have been asked, why don't I look somewhere else to teach? Why don't I look at college? Why don't I look, this age group for me, when they come in as young'uns and they go out as young adults, is so wonderful that I get to be a part of their lives for 3 and 4 years.
The Powell Singers is a family. Every year, it's a family. I got to be a part of something that was so special. The harmonies and just the relationships between all the people. It was something that can't be matched.
When I think of singers, I think of family and I think of home. And it was definitely, for me, my safe place in high school.
You almost can't put it into words.
Except I just did.
Mr. Kennedy is a father figure. I mean, he brings you together and you become a family with these people.
I think we have been so fortunate to have Mr. Kennedy at this school. He's an excellent person. He comes from a good family. He's a good man.
He's not there just to do a job. He cares about his kids and he treats all of them like they're his family and like they're his children.
He just comes to mean so much to these kids. He's interested in each individual that takes his classes.
So now I see the best part of loving you.
And he is, a very valuable piece of this community and all of our lives. For the 30 years he's been teaching, he's touched so many lives.
There's no way for me to show Mr. Kennedy how much I appreciate everything he taught me in high school.
Again, thank you so much for being here this evening. Just a couple more songs as we close out our season for this year. This not only is our final concert, but it's the final meeting of this group. I could stand here all night and tell you the wonderful things about this group, and it's hard to see them move on, but how are they going to grow if we don't let them go?
Down that lonesome road, all by yourself. Don't turn your head.
Singers started out years ago with 16 people, and then I expanded it to 20, and I found 20 was hard to divide. So I went to 24, and 24 is a great number because you can cut it all kinds of ways. And anything bigger than 24 to me is not an ensemble. It's more getting to like a bigger choir sound. And I always wanted the a cappella singers to be a smaller ensemble. So I just drew the line and said 24, and that's it. Singers' probably their main focus is performance, PR for the school, and we have multiple performances through the year. That's the class where we probably don't spend as much time working on theory and all the other things, because the class only meets 50 minutes a day because it meets before school. It's always interesting. I feel like we have about half the time and get twice as much done as we do in those 90-minute classes. Lonesome Road started as any concert where we're just picking songs to sing for a particular show. And I think the first year we sang it, that starts off, walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. And I think it hit all of us at the same time that this was almost over.
Love you. They don't want to leave. They never want to leave. I mean, the curtain closes at Showcase and they're sobbing because they don't want it to be over.
What a year. Good year. Y'all were fantastic. Wow, what a show.
You just don't see high school kids, especially, I mean, grown boys especially, cry like that. I don't.
Well, thank you for this year.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Who was going to know what a great addition you were going to be? You felt more than you know. I'm just so proud of you.
For pushing me toward it, because I wasn't going to do
Well,
it.
you did great, man. You did great.
Thank you.
Oh, sweetheart. Thank you.
But to see, you know, those kids that attached and to have built those personal relationships, I mean, it may be all they have at that time, you know.
Good job. Good job.
Are you trying out for alto or soprano?
Well, see, I'd rather sing alto, but if there's more soprano spots open,
There's like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
There's 2. And there's 2 alto spots.
yeah.
Go
So
bad
I just
boys.
checked soprano on there.
Start with vocalization. Get their range, be sure they're in the right range. They get to choose a song of their own to sing. Try to have them sing something that is in the style of singers. I run into this a lot, that some really good singers come through that are solo singers, but they don't fit into the singer's sound. They can't blend their voices. So I ask them not to sing pop music. So we try to do things that are generic, something they don't recall in their mind that they've heard someone else sing. Soprano number 7.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down?
I remember my freshman year trying to do everything to make Kennedy notice me because I wanted to be in Singer so bad.
That was the thing to be in.
The first time I saw him, you think he's a lot different than he turns out to be. He's, really interesting. He was kind of scary at first. Intimidating. Yeah, I remember on tryouts, he would always just cover his face and you'd think that you're doing an awful job.
The sun, how do you hold on me in your hand?
Good.
It's pretty much you sing a prepared piece and then you sing a piece that he has given to you. Then you'll do some sight reading and ear training. And it's not too brutal, but just a bearded fellow behind a desk scares you a little bit, so.
Just hold this note, Ryan.
Oh, say, can you sing?
Right.
No.
What? No, do it again, but you need to sing it like you're in a chorus. You kind of went a solo version right there.
All right.
And it's just like Lauren.
Yeah.
She can't come in here and sing like she did the other night, even though I was like blown out of my seat by the way she sang. You
That's
know what I mean?
we were telling her over there.
Yeah, I've talked to her about it. She's got a unreal solo voice, but her, her singers.
Yeah.
Now from Powell High School, put your hands together for Lauren Kitts. At last, my love has come along.
I tried out my freshman year, going into sophomore. I tried out, didn't do so good, which I didn't think I was ready anyway. So then I tried out again this year, and I was shaking, I was nervous, because I'm just a nervous person. And
Oh, yeah, yeah. At last.
made it, and I've always liked singing, and I figured, why not?
For you are mine and last.
All right, without further ado, the winner is from Powell, Lauren Kitts. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Lauren Kitts from Powell High School.
At last.
Sing this, Kat. Good. You got a good ear. Alto number 7.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through.
The hardest thing I have to do is tell people that are excellent singers that they didn't make it. All right, I'll be, hopefully, if everything stays on schedule, posting recalls on Tuesday. I wish everybody that tried out could make it, but ain't gonna happen this year.
I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no more.
Every year I have lost talented singers because they don't make singers, and then I never see them again. They drop out of concert choir, they never come down here. And I don't like that part.
Going over home. Is that good? Or was it bad?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yes, you did. And we do a callback after that, and all the potential voices within one section come back and sing together at the same time, at which time they do get a difficult piece of music. Alrighty, girls. I'll give you some songs to sing that hopefully you have never heard before. See how quickly you can learn, and then we will listen to you sing together in different combinations. And this is the hard part. This is that when we get to this level, anybody sitting here right now could be in singers. But we take 6. 1, 2, beginning, go.
Do you remember where you were, like, the first time you made the group? I remember being in the lunchroom, and the roomer made it, he posted it, or whatever. And so I, like, take off running. I think I was running in slow motion. And I, like, take off, and the teacher was like, where are you going? Whoa. And I just, like, run down there, and I'm, like, going down the list. I was like, please be on it, please, 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 please. I was like, yeah.
I'm so tempted every year to think, I have 7 sopranos that are great, and I need 6. What about that 7th one? The very next person is very capable of being in singers, but I have to draw that line after 6 in each section. And that's what happened to a boy this year that had been in singers. They have to audition every year, so they're not guaranteed, but he lost his position.
Yeah, I just went and auditioned, and I didn't trust my voice enough, and I just went downhill.
So we posted the list, and he realized his name wasn't on it, and that was hard for him. I talked to his parents, and everybody was kind of like okay with it. It's just, you know, it's just what happens, and there's usually a purpose for things that happen. Made the decision, posted the list, and moved on.
In those hands in the air.
And then for about 2 weeks after school was out, I was waking up in the morning, going to bed, and I just keep thinking, I'm not sure I made the right decision. Of all things, the quartet that won the national competition, he happened to be a part of that quartet.
And I was listening to his YouTube clip many times of them singing Mary Lou and realizing there is a lot of value and potential in that voice.
Now, baby, I'm not one that gets around, swear my feet stuck to the ground.
I try to think, why can't we have a 25th person? So, I mean, I was talking to myself. I'm the only one that made the rule.
You don't have to ask anybody, right?
Yeah, it's like I was sitting there just discussing it in my brain. So, first I called his parents and said, you know, this just won't go off my mind.
Later on in June, he called me. He said, I want you back in singers because I've been waking up every day and I feel like I made a mistake. So I took that to heart and I was like, this is where I want to be. I want to be in singers and I want to be with Mr. Kennedy and him directing me because he's an amazing director.
Goodbye, heart. Right from the start I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart.
He decided to come back, so he's actually back in the group this year. So we have 25. I'm not a morning person by any means. On the days we don't have singers, I can sleep till 10 or 11 o'clock. That ain't a problem. I just don't do well in the mornings. I hate mornings. But you wouldn't know it. Singers pretty much started when I first went to PAL. There was very few people in the choral department. I taught a half a day at the middle school and half a day at PAL. But there was a small group of kids that wanted to have a special ensemble just for the better singers. So I agreed to do that. And we were practicing after school. And then there would be, got to go to work, got football practice, got this, got that. And kids weren't able to make it every day. So we sat down and talked about it and we figured out, well, the only time we could really meet is maybe before school, which everybody thought was a pretty stupid idea.
I think his love of music comes just from within him. I mean, I know he had a lot of influences from his high school teachers in band and in choir with John Ribble. He was a choir director from his junior year in high school at a church. I think his senior year, he only had music classes because he did summer school and got his academics out of the way. So, I mean, he was just very, very active. But, I mean, I really think watching him direct, and me, myself being a musician, I can just see it's just a part of who he is. I don't think he could be doing anything else and be as happy as he is.
Then I guess it was Vicki Dunaway years later said, well, as long as you all are meeting, you might as well get credit for it. So I thought, well, that's fine with me. Doesn't matter because I wasn't getting paid for it. It's just an extra class. Probably one of the hardest things is the geographical division of where I live and where I work. I grew up in South Knoxville. Then when Krista got horses, we moved out further into Maryville to have some land and a barn to keep her horses in. Of course, that time's long gone. But it kind of put me now out south of Maryville. So it's pretty much, 50 minutes driving in the mornings. I usually have to plan to leave an hour earlier than I need to be here. It's my little kind of bridge between work and home that I can either crank up or wind down. And I can leave the house here in the morning not having any idea what I'm going to do at school. And by the time I get to school, I've got the whole day planned. And then driving home, you come out here, you kind of feel like you're just on your own, even though we have neighbors, real good neighbors too, all around.
I mean, I can't remember not being around music, or I can hardly remember not being able to read music. I would go to Zimbabwean gospel choirs, and I would go to Vienna boys choirs, and he loves all forms of music, and I remember just this wide range of things growing up. From the way I think he teaches his singers, I think is the same way that he raised us, was just to do your best and no excuses, So I think it carries over a lot the way he teaches and the way he raised us.
The past 5 years have been quite a challenge to try to balance everything. with my personal life of becoming a single parent in the past 5 years with 2 kids, and then teaching on the other side of town. I mean, also kind of in many ways being a single parent, but with 24 kids. But they have been very, just wonderful and gracious about supporting me in what I do. Just like all the different kinds of love you find in the Bible, there is a different kind of love that I have for the kids at school than I have for my own kids. But I sincerely love both sets of them, and in many aspects in the same way, but then in other parts not the same. And my kids are my kids, and I love them more than anything.
His kids are number one in his life, and his singers are number 2, honestly. And I think the singers probably felt the same way, like they were very important to him. And I mean, having someone like that to raise you, it's just, I couldn't ask for anything more really from him.
I went after church on Sunday to Cracker Barrel on Merchants Drive. Dadgummit, before I could even get in the door and sit down at my table, 7 different people came up to me. And I actually knew 2 of them. Another 5 of you just had to sit there and go, "Oh, hi, how are you? Yes, yeah, how's everybody doing?" So by the time I get out here, I can go to a restaurant. I might run into somebody now and then, but it's not like every time you turn around, somebody's running up to you and messing with you. Like, leave me alone. It would make so much sense for me to move out into the Powell area and just finish my ride out there. Nolan's been through enough changes with everything going on, but he loves his wrestling. He's over at Wing and Blunt. I'm at least going to ride it out here until he gets through with that runs, because I don't want him to have to change schools or anything. But it is nice, like I was telling you, sometimes to drive out here and kind of get away from it.
My favorite experience with the group would probably be the retreats that we went on right before we even got back to school. It's just a way of getting to know all these people in a short amount of time. That was something that I always look forward to every year because I knew it was a lot of fun.
A retreat started for me years ago. Kind of on the band camp theme is having a concentrated time with them together. Try to go the weekend before school starts. So actually where we're going this year down to Camp John Knox is where we went on our first retreat years ago. So after that, we've started going to different camps and retreat centers.
Singers Retreat is team building. You kind of just can't throw 24 people in a room together and expect them to just sing. So you really need to form some kind of bond with those people. And Mr. Kennedy was great at that.
We could just let loose and be ourselves, but also work towards a serious goal by learning and getting a head start on the music.
This year, I don't know anyone. Like, I know very few people. So I'm trying to keep an open mind. Hopefully everyone's gonna get along.
So I love the diversity of the group because they come from all different aspects. You've got, people that play sports, you've got people who are extremely smart, you've got cheerleaders, you've just got a diverse group.
What I see from Mr. Kennedy is that he puts in all kinds of hours, not just teaching, but in planning things for these kids. And how can I take kids from a diverse group and make them work together as a team?
And they come together because they love to sing.
Hey Alex, boy, everybody has lost their hair. Come in.
I don't like outside.
You don't like outside? And we're going to a camp. We talk about leadership a lot. Is what is a good leader? Work a lot on respect. Try to get the kids to love themselves for who they are and accept others for who they are, and realize that the diversity in personalities and talents is what makes the group so strong. Okay, cell phone use when we get to the camp, I'll just go ahead and say this. There will be some reception there. It's not all over the camp. You can use your cell phones for taking pictures. You are not to be texting or calling back to the real world. This weekend, a big part of it is for y'all to get to know each other. By Sunday when we leave, I want every person in this room to know not just the name, but something about everybody else in this room. And I really think the strength of what we do for this year is going to come out of that. Find time to meet other people. And the way to do that is to talk to them. And you can't talk to them if you're texting your boyfriend or girlfriend or something. Leave those people behind. This weekend's for us. Very important. It's a big part of it. That's why people that miss this sometimes feel like they've really missed the whole year if they miss retreat.
We're just halfway, and as the days grow longer, I might stay further away. I'm no longer a child, afraid to change, and I will be alright. See you next year. Goodbye, June.
So before we start our singing, which we hadn't done this year, I'm really excited about that because you all are a fantastic group. You just don't know it yet. But I know it because I've heard all of you sing. Y'all hadn't heard each other. Y'all are really good. Okay? Let's all just stand up here in a circle. First it was just rehearsals and hangout time, and then we started building in some leadership training, some icebreakers. It's kind of like through the weekend now we start with the kids get to know each other, just get to know each other's names. And then we work into some team building. And most of the camps, including this year, have a challenge course that we'll use where the kids get a chance to do some group problem solving and team building. And most of the activities I do on retreat, they're fun, but there's also a meaning for it. Look at the girls over there practice. Y'all need to get ready.
All right, boys.
Oh my gosh. Slow down. Slow down. Keep it level. There you go.
What?
What was that?
Well,
You had
get it in the sound serious.
They hopefully learn the responsibility of when they're working in a team or when they're working with each other is that they have to depend on each other to accomplish more than they can do on their own. So the activities are kind of geared toward that. Go girls!
1, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, left.
And I guess I have found not doing quite as much music rehearsal and more of the get to know you type stuff is that a group that has a good attitude about the rest of the team, that cares about the rest of the team, that knows something more about them than just somebody they might meet in a classroom or in a chorus. The musical part seems to be the fruit of all those labors. The kids' attitude, if they really want to be good, then the music part is pretty easy to put together. Alrighty, well, there's a few things that are going to go on this weekend, and you need to be aware of these. This has gone on since the first time I was here 20 years ago at this camp doing a retreat, and we came up with this little idea, and we used plates because we forgot to bring paper. Anyway, it became known as the paper plate mailbox.
We had these plates that had our names on them, and throughout the weekend, everybody had to make some time to go and write something nice or something good that they'd learned about each person within the group.
Use this as a chance to raise somebody up, to be nice, to express yourself in a way.
So you had to go out of your way to at least learn something about everybody. And then you had, you wrote about it on the plates, and we all got to keep the plates at the end. And I have it stashed in my yearbook. Yeah, me too.
All right, attention. Shh. I am wise enough to know as a vocal coach that the breath is so important to any style you're singing, to get your voice to where it will perform for you the way you want it to. So everybody just give me from the throat. Ah, go. Now, without pushing, but resonating that sound right in here, go. Right, and I like the idea that that was so much fuller and richer, but it should never be pushed because it's like, whoa. I know the old Superman used to go, show his big ass. His big ass.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
I never really even looked at him as a teacher, I guess, more so as a mentor or a coach. His sense of comedy, and he was just very funny, and I really enjoyed spending every moment of my time in the choir room, on trips and everything. I really enjoyed doing all that with him. It was a lot of fun.
Let's all congregate down here. We'll walk over. It's time to go eat. Most people go into retreat with the idea that the leader's the one that's basically the loudest. And I hope to bring them back from that knowing that the best leader is going to be one that can listen and pull ideas together and use everybody's ideas.
We would do skits, and he'd bring out these ridiculous garbage bags full of all kinds of just random items, and we had to incorporate them somehow and make like a short 2 or 3 minute skit.
We'll see you in a half hour. Have fun, be creative, make me laugh.
And it would always be ridiculous, and it would always be hilarious to us, but then we would go home and show our families and they'd be like,
What? I don't get it.
that's funny, really. And we were like, you don't get it, you weren't there.
We went on retreats to learn the year's music, but I don't remember a lot of the songs that we sang. I remember a lot of what happened after hours, sitting around guitars and old Alabama songs and anything that had a harmony. He had inspired the search for harmony. We found just anything that had 3 or 4 or 5 parts, and that was always neat to me looking back now, is that he didn't feel like he had to be there with us in that unscripted time. Say, well, now do this song, or do this way, or no, that wasn't right.
Come on, smile.
Jim was never one to put his thumb on you real hard. He was so good. I don't know that I've ever known anyone as good as he was at starting and then letting go. Start you down a road and then take his hands off and let you find your own way.
I threw my hands in the air, said, show me something.
I really respect him for that now as an adult more than I did as a kid, but sometimes you kind of felt like you were lost. You know, what do we do now? What do we do now? You know, and he lets you ask your own questions.
Beginning tenors, ready and go.
Shut the door, keep out the devil. Shut the door, keep the devil in the night. Shut the door, keep out the devil. Light the candle, everything's alright.
Here we go.
Light the candle, everything's alright. Shut the door, keep out the devil.
That's okay. I love mistakes.
Shut the door, keep the devil.
He is capable of working with much older, much more established and trained singers, but he chooses this group.
Come on, don't drop it. You're doing good, sopranos.
And he takes them from I don't know how to read music on a page, with the expectation of we're going to be the best choir in the state of Tennessee.
Light a candle, everything's alright. Light a candle, everything's alright. Hey, 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 shout it. Hey, 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 shout it.
This horror retreat, honestly, I have loved every single minute of it, and I love every single person here. Everyone's closer, and I feel like we all bonded, and I'm just super excited to see what this year is going to hold for us, because there's no stop to what Pal Singers has this year. We are such a talented group, and we can do anything that we set our minds to.
Singers isn't about singing. It's about growing up. It's about learning about life. It's about coming closer to other people and learning who you are.
When I was real little, I was about like 7, 8. I started having like these really bad headaches. And before that, I'd always played sports. I started playing baseball and basketball and football when I was like 4. I just loved it. But when I turned 8, I got diagnosed with a Chiari malformation. It's basically half my brain's in my neck, and it wouldn't let me play football anymore. And I mean, to me, that was so hurtful because, I mean, my dad's a coach and my brothers played football all his life, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't feel like I fit in my family.
Being in this group means everything to me. You know, being around football and all the sports, you don't have this kind of stuff. You don't have the nice people. It's usually just trash talking. I tell you what.
And then I started getting into music a little bit. I thought about going for singers, and I came here, and without doubt, best decision I've made in high school, just because I've never seen a group of people so dedicated to what they do and hardworking to what they do and want to be the best, and it's just great to me.
It's so good that we have the mass knowledge of Mr. Kennedy to teach us how to sing, but we also have Mr. Kennedy to teach us about life, because he's got a couple years on us.
I hear that you over there.
I just want to thank you guys for accepting me in this group. Be a part of all this, because I love it so much. Thanks.
I mean, it's not just a normal class. I mean, for one thing, it was a 7:30 deal. It was one of those deals where you did not want to come in the door at 7:31 because you were late at 7:26, you were late.
That's the one class you look forward to every single day. And even if it happens at 7:30 in the morning, you still look forward to that class. You wake up early just to go to that one class. And I think that's important, to have something to look forward to in school. And if you're just going to your academic classes, you don't get that.
All right, I'll say this and we're going to practice because I think it's so on it. For a long time in education, it's called mainstream. You throw everybody in the same river and watch them float down together. And everybody learns off each other. Now it's more like, let's have the progressing student, the emerging student, and they're saying we need to group you again. And it's, you know, it's insane to think that we need to do that, because in this class, I don't care if you're the slowest learner or you're the fastest learner. We all sing at the same level. And you have to do whatever it takes to get to the same level as not the average person in here, as the top person in here. Find the time, do what you have to. That's the way to do this in the morning. Keep the sound up in use your head, use your resonators to sing, not your throat. Do that. Yeah, so it's bright and resonant. That's what you sing with, your resonators, not your throat. The diversity of talent and personalities in the group is just amazing. Some of them come from a very rich musical background. I think Caleb, his dad was a performer.
ever since I was little, I was always playing on the piano or playing guitar and stuff. And as you can see, I have a lot of instruments. I love guitar, and it's whatever makes noise, I guess.
There's definitely a difference when kids have been exposed to music their whole life, just the natural abilities they have being around it. Then the other extreme is you'll get kids that have never sung, never had any piano lessons, never had any exposure to music.
I never knew what singers was, but I had girls chorus, and then like one day he asked me to sing in front of the class, and so I did, and then I found out I could sing. That's kind of how it all started, and I just fell in love with it.
That's really nice. I haven't heard you sing like that. Wow. Harrison, it's a funny story on him. I was sitting talking on my phone in the office, and there was, right behind my office in that practice room, the drummers were having a little sectional, and it was so loud I couldn't even hear. So I told the person I was talking to, I said, give me just a second, I'll be right back. And I went around there and said, guys, could you all hold off playing for just a minute till I get through with this phone call?
Of course, in my lowest monotone voice, oh, I'm sorry. And then he was like,
ooh, say that again. I said, wow, you've got a great voice. And he goes, oh, I don't sing. And
he taught me how to sing in about 5 minutes. I did one semester of boys chorus, and then I joined singers sophomore year, and it's been pretty much the best thing I've ever done in my entire life.
And from this point on, he's been to All-State, All-East. He sings in a barbershop chorus, a barbershop quartet. It just seems like that was the right place at the right time, just to say, hey, you know, what are you thinking?
He's an inspiration, and I thank God that he caught me that one day down there. And I can't exactly tell you how it's changed my life, but he sure has. For daggone, I'm sure.
And it's really neat to watch some of those kids grow into musicians, and then from this point on, the rest of their life, they have music as part of their life. Okay, listen.
You really had to push yourself to keep up with everyone else, and you really had to really work hard, and you know, just to achieve that like perfection that he was wanting. You really just had to, you know, keep up the pace, you know, do what you can, stay after school, come earlier before school if you could.
As a musician, you're going to spend hours in the rehearsal room, and you'll spend, relative to that, minutes on the stage. You have to make the rehearsals fun. That's where a musician lives their life, is in rehearsals.
Rehearsals are awful. I mean, it's the typical kid. You don't like rehearsing, but when you get to a performance, we truly turn into a family.
I can't go to the movies tonight. I got a rehearsal. I can't go out to dinner. I got a rehearsal. I'm sorry. I can't get married. I got a rehearsal. You know, that's your whole life. I got to rehearse. But you look forward to it. You love it.
Where did he go? Noah, where are you going?
I would have always loved music. I was born to love music. Had it not been for Jim Kennedy, I would have never appreciated music the way that I do now.
If I hadn't met Jim, I'd probably just be a little math person at school. I probably wouldn't express myself as much as I do. I'll go down the hallways and I'll just be singing. People will be looking at me left and right, and I'll just be like, I don't care. I mean, that's what I do. My life is pretty much about singing and singers right now. And once we graduate, I have no idea what I'm going to do without him there.
I'll fly away, oh Gloria, fly away.
The exposure that he gave us musically, it is not something you can put a price on. There's nobody in a regular school that could tell you some of the bands or groups that we've heard or he's exposed us to of all kinds of music. He's the reason that I can listen to the same song on repeat for 2 days if I feel like it. It drives my wife nuts, but you know, you hear something new that you didn't hear before.
All I can say is just how much I appreciated everything he taught me. from having to get up early in the morning and making me a morning person, which my wife hates, to just trying to make sure that I'm doing what I'm doing for a higher purpose and not just for myself.
All right. Probably one of the neatest things we did last year is we went on tour, but we didn't sing. We went on tour and heard really good groups perform. I think that enhanced Showcase so much because you got to see what it was like to really perform. When you hear Celtic Woman, you hear Chanticleer, you even hear another choir that's really good. If you don't raise the bar by hearing things that are better than you, you will start accepting out of tune, you'll start accepting wrong notes, you'll start accepting, here's a good one for you all, bad posture when you sing, you'll accept that. Once you change that attitude, it changes everything about what you're doing. All right? Individual singers is your responsibility. What you do as a singer, you're the instrument, you've got to take care of that part. It's my job to put it all together.
Saved message 1 from outside caller, 3:05 p.m.
Hi, Mr. Kennedy. My name's Kayla Marie, used to be Stinson. I was class of 2008, and I was in girls' chorus and then in concert choir. And you probably don't remember, but you got me through a lot, actually. And honestly, thank you, because I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you. I just felt like I needed to tell you thank you. Don't ever get discouraged because you're an amazing teacher and you change lives. Have a good day. Bye.
Just out of nowhere.
To repeat this message,
I sometimes forget of all the other kids, the boys chorus, the girls chorus, the concert choir. And these are the ones you don't see it on the spot. They just show up in class every day and sit up on the back row. And then years later, you get this email or a text, and how much it meant to them to be a part of that. Those are the ones that are really cool, to know I made a difference in the life of somebody I don't even remember.
Yes, I got a key to the kingdom. Oh, yes,
All right, be sure you have what you need. Gentlemen, when we are over there, you will not have your lanyards and all the other crap you have hanging out of your pockets. We just don't do that. That's way too middle school. All right, the bus should be out front. Load it up. Hello. You know where we're heading?
Somewhere over UT campus.
It is. It's over where the Rock is. It's a new music building. Let's go, Logan. You're late.
I remember the day of, we had like a short rehearsal before, and Mr. Kennedy was really being very nitpicky and, getting after everybody if you missed anything.
When you come up behind the girls, you need to be like touching them right in the window. It's like I want to, excuse me, you do not talk when I'm instructing. And get in the right frame of mind or just do it.
We got on the bus, and Mr. Kennedy's basically wanted it dead silent, like he's like, y'all gotta be quiet, focus on what you're about to do.
It's good right here. All right. Hey, let's go. This is it. Hey, we've come to sing.
Oh, you are?
Got singers out there. Chanticleer is going to work with us today.
Oh, you guys are singing with them?
Yeah, we're the demo in 15 minutes.
Wow.
I think he might even...
Go ahead and ask everybody to come on in. Let's move on in.
We're delighted to welcome you this afternoon to a master class by the professional men's a cappella ensemble Chanticleer. They are world famous, and we are very, very fortunate to have them with us today.
Your shirt is hanging out under your sweater.
That's how it's supposed to look.
I ain't even tucking. It looks like it's a mistake when you only have one little piece hanging out.
And I would like to also welcome the Powell High School singers that are here. So today's master class will include a little bit of singing by Chanticleer. They're going to work with the Powell High School students.
Hello again. Good to see you. Good. Thank you. Hi. See you guys.
Would you please welcome Chanticleer?
A burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire.
I think Mr. Kennedy wanted us to go see Chanticleer because they're a really good group and they tour around the world, and I think he just really wanted us to get a feel for what professionals do and how they sound.
He sets up opportunities like that for us so we can grow as a person and as a musician.
He says all the time, you only get better by being around people that are better than you.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. It goes down, 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 and the flames were...
Even when you listen to a group like Chanticleer, you automatically pick up on great techniques that they're performing.
And it burns, and it
This is how today is going to work. We're going to switch places, and then we're going to have the choir come up and sing their selections, and then we'll work from there. We'll workshop you for about half an hour or so. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to hearing you sing. Thanks.
When we were there, we had a Q&A session, and in that Q&A session, Eric, the lowest bass, one of the questions was, how do you get better? How do you all make yourselves better and better and better? And all he said was pay attention. It's such a simple thing, but when you really think about it, it's so difficult to do because we're all high schoolers, we talk all the time, and that's made us so much better.
I would normally turn it to Chanticleer and say, well, what do you hear? And I know that the first thing that they're going to say is, what an exquisitely beautiful, delicate, blended sound that you've achieved. I congratulate you on it. You sound exquisitely lovely. Now that we've gotten the compliments out of the way.
You just made me really proud of Nashville, Tennessee. That was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
I
want to say that the women in this ensemble make us, some of us at least, really miss singing with women.
They're the best in the world at what they do. And then to have the best come in and teach us a high school choir, that was outstanding. And we took that straight to heart. And we put everything that we learned from them in every performance that we do.
Before we sing this next part, the key to the kingdom is the answer that you have found, that God is in control, okay? Amen. You don't have to worry about it anymore. I got a key to the kingdom, and the world can do me no harm. I am protected by the truth that I have found. I'm newly saved, and have you ever run into somebody who just found the Lord? Oh, they're so annoying. Oh, they are. They're like, have you heard about Jesus? Have you heard about Jesus? Because I have found him, and I want to make sure that everybody knows how good this can be. And right now, I got a key It's I got a secret and you can't know about it. No, tell everybody, tell everybody.
No, the world can't do me no harm.
Chanticleer they all clapped, and we felt like we were on top of the world.
The choir sounds really good.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for working with us today.
Thank you. And I start the year with a retreat. We go to a church campus every week. We do bonding and
That's so
team
important.
problems. The whole thing about the connection.
Exactly.
So we start there, and then the music comes after
It's
that.
clearly paying off.
Yeah.
So congratulations again.
Thank you.
They basically treated us like professionals, which made us feel like we were the best thing there was.
I'm so glad you're doing what you're doing.
Well, it's so fun. I just, I don't know what else I would do.
You sound fantastic.
There's a lot of new ones. We had a whole, 12 out of 24 seniors last year graduated. So we got a lot of new blood coming in.
It's just so great to hear high school players that clearly have a director that understands. And I always admired your group when I was at Farragut.
Well, I think we're fortunate all in, like you were saying, East Tennessee, Knox County, just this whole area.
Afterwards, when we left, we all felt great. We were excited, and we were ready to get back to it and keep going on.
I've been out of Singers for about 4 years now, and every year Mr. Kennedy invites all the alumni to come back and to participate in homecoming and to sing the national anthem together. And this is one of my favorite things to look forward to. It's kind of amazing how Mr. Kennedy remembers all the people that come back and who are in Singers, because he's been teaching for about 25 years. I don't know how he remembers everybody's names.
Hey, Emily. Steven. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cameron. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. Hey, Cassidy. Hey, how are you? Good. It's good to see you too, sweetie.
It's always good to be part of that again, and I'm really glad that Mr. Kennedy has made that a tradition for all of the alumni to come back and sing with them again.
How are you? Good. This is so nice to have so many people. All right, let's go ahead. They're ready out on the field, but let's run a little bit in here before we go. This is always a great experience for me because I know everybody, and I know a lot of you don't know each other. It's like I was talking to some of you earlier. I know you were all my singers. I just don't know when you were my singers, because after a while you forget stuff like that. Proud to say I've been here for 24 years. We have the 24th edition. So it's quite an honor to see you all come back and just to realize that what you all share together are the memories of this, and what an honor it is to see you all give up your evening and come back and be a part of this group once more. Okay, we will do 2 songs tonight. Alma Mater will be with the band on the Star Spangled Banner. As always, it's a cappella. In about 15 minutes, we'll go out and do a sound check, and once we're out on the field, we'll stay out there. They'll do the homecoming activities before us, and as soon as the homecoming court clears, then we'll go out to our formation and sing our 2 songs. So I probably won't get a chance to see you when it's over, but thank you for coming. Just do a semicircle that comes all the way down to here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Powell High School is pleased to welcome you to Hayward Field and Scarborough Stadium for tonight's homecoming game between the Hall's Red Devils and the Powell Panthers. We'd like to ask you at this time to please rise as the Powell High School singers sing the school alma mater.
The band will play something like the last 2 measures of Dear Old Powell High Hell. 2, 3, sing.
being a part of Singers was just so good from teaching life lessons and, being accountable. And, I went on and had a successful career in college. I was a college basketball player at UTC for 4 years. But when I look back on high school, I don't think about the athletics and stuff. It's really the singers, because we were such a good group. And, I think about it a lot. When I think about high school, I think about being a part of that group.
I was a baseball player, but when I look back on high school, the first memories and the most fond memories I have are of being in Singers. That stuff that we've taken with us as we've, 37 years old now, still do things with music.
When I did get to college, we show up and we've got this meeting that it's supposed to start at 3 o'clock. And I'm there at 2:45. I'm the first one there.
Hey, let's go! Let's go!
And the coach walks in at 2:46 and he's like, "You're the only person that's not gonna have to run sprints." I was like, all right. And that came from Mr. Kennedy. It really did.
Well, this year is my senior year, and it's already going by so fast. I don't have that much time left. But around Christmas time, I always feel really rushed because we don't have a lot of time to learn our music, and we're rushed because we have so many gigs that we have to sing at.
One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they proud, raising a sound, oh, how they dance, how they dance. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Christmas was pretty hard because it was just like go, 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 and a lot of people didn't know their music.
2, 3. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, oh Santa, come down.
Once we finally learn it and going from gig to gig, it's just one of my favorite parts of the year, getting to spread the Christmas cheer to everyone and getting to hang out with friends who feel more like family.
Come down the chimney, please come down.
I've worked in church music my whole life. I started as a junior in high school. Went to Cedar Springs for a while and did a youth choir. Came back from that at Lake Forest and did a choir there again with John Maples. We worked together. Then as time progressed, Krista has become the pianist here. She plays with Becky Kidd. What song are we doing?
Page 10 of this.
Okay.
Well, Jim and I go way back, even back as far as high school. We were classmates at Doyle High School. We co-directed a church choir for several years, and we have just been so close for so many years.
So I was singing the choir. It's a lot of fun to be just one of the singers in the choir and be part of it and sit and sing and cut up like everybody else. It's nice to be on the other side of the fence.
I think he's really happy, and he constantly tells me if you're happy with yourself and you're happy with what you're doing, everything will work out. And he's a happy guy, so it's a very good role model for me and for all of the singers that he's ever had.
He really has, a passion and a love for music and for helping students grow as young singers.
I don't get to sing much. I love singing. It's very relaxing to be able to just be a part of the choir. It took a while to let go. It's like, okay, that's maybe not the way I would have done it, but that's okay. It's like, yeah, well, it's a bad arrangement. I'm here to sing. I do the best I can at that and enjoy it. All right, let's go ahead and start. Sit down. There's no reason to sit around. Listen. Hurry up, boys. Let's go. Hey, I knew this when this came up, and I was Tuesday, like 2 days ago, and that's really rare that I call a rehearsal, but you all know this since Christmas has been really weird, unusual. So we're in survival mode.
Well, with all the snow days and the mist days that we had at the beginning of the year, we missed out a lot of time to prepare for festival.
Today needs to make a difference. Let's not just do this just so we're not here for social time. After today, listen to me, this is not anything more than reality. After today, you need to be memorized. You need to know how. Now the people that aren't here, I hold them to the same level that I hold you all. You just have the advantage we're going to spend a few hours working on it.
You go and sit in classes all the time and don't learn anything. But he can teach things through music that you don't expect to learn.
In a way, seriously, it might be a lot to ask a teenager to sing about mature items. But I'm asking you not to be a kid for a while. Now the song's not about sex, it's talking about love. And the two are really synonymous, okay? Now, if you understand what I just said, then you understand. If you don't understand what I said and you think that was funny, then you're going to really have to put on the act to sing this song like it's supposed to be.
And he teaches emotion, he teaches feeling, and he teaches human values through music, and not just the notes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it comes. Swish.
I remember learning, about poetry and about, poets that I know of now because of singers, not because of a literacy class that I had.
You had to say you have been charmed, to say someone was nice to me. It's the way you say it, and that is called poetry. And that's what this music's supposed to reflect. And that's what this song does not have. So we're still trying to sing the right notes.
Shall behold God.
I wanted to go down. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, what is that?
Shall behold God. Shall be.
Nathan, ready, and 1. Did I tell y'all this morning that boy can sing? I don't know where you've gotten this from lately, but you should be like going to All-State, like first chair. But you didn't sing this way back in the fall. That was very good, very free, very natural, good sound. So all of you sing more like Nathan. Your early seconds.
I need music. I don't know. I need to count. I want to have music. Thank you.
It was going along so well. Then you're singing the wrong spot. Everybody's responsible to be able to sing your part and sing it very well. We have got to quit working on notes in our morning rehearsals. We only have like 3 more. Then again, it's supposed to snow again on Tuesday. Look at the forecast. There's a little snowflake on there. Them little ones are the ones that come about 9 inches. You need to tape them up under. It looks ridiculous. I mean, I immediately noticed that.
I know, I shouldn't have drawn attention to my shoes in front of you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have worn your pants without hems on. Now get those fixed and get that thing inside your pocket.
What thing? Oh. I will.
Get your pants
He's
fixed.
back up.
Everything's taken.
Okay, what do you want me to do? Just tape them?
That's your problem. You created it, you resolved it. I got things to do.
Whoever.
I know last year we won like first in the state. That was a really big deal. So all our seniors, hoping we do just as good. So we're trying to keep our title.
This morning's rehearsal was just terrible, which is not always a bad thing. But if they do what they're capable of doing and pay attention and think, they'll be fine. But it's not, there's no confidence factor like this. We're going to go over there and nail it,
A lot of people don't know their rests, which is bad. A lot of people don't know their music as well as we should.
And it's like, they're the ones saying, we don't have these songs to their potential yet. They're, we're just learning them. We're not performing them. They know they can sing through them, but they also know there's a whole lot more left in that music. And usually by this point, we've exhausted it. count 25. Somebody else count. You know where we're going? Mississippi, over on Hardin Valley, the main campus, to their auditorium. I was told by one of the students as they left the last rehearsal this morning, they go, "Do you realize we have never sung that song from the beginning to the end without stopping?" And I went, "Yeah, well, we'll save that for the stage today." Said, yeah. There's so many reasons to stop them right now, so. It's almost like they've just been weaned off of the music, so they're still very fragile. Like they could easily trip and fall. As long as they watch what they're doing, we should be fine, but the potential of them messing up is more than I'm used to. Okay, William Blunt's going to perform at 2:45. If we listen to them, we come right out of their performance, go into warm up for about 10 minutes, and walk out on stage. If we don't listen to them, we can go ahead and go to the warm-up room and take about 30 minutes instead of 15 to warm up.
Let's go to the warm-up room.
There we go. After this morning, that might not be a bad idea. Come on. And sit down. Well, I'll do my best not to stop you on stage. If you'll do your best not to make mistakes. I'll give you this one. I really don't mind if you make a new mistake. Quit making the ones we've corrected. How do you do that? You think ahead. By the time it comes out of your mouth, it's gone. You can't get it back. Think ahead. If you make a mistake, when you make a mistake, let it go. It's gone. It's past. When you make a mistake, it's gone, and just act like that's the way we wanted to do it. Okay, we'll get through this. It's going to be fine. Just think ahead, be positive, think what's coming. Don't let anything catch you by surprise, because we're recently just weaned off the music. There's a whole lot more we're going to do with it after today, but we got to go out there and show that we've got, y'all have got it. But you've got to think. You got to think ahead. You got to put the meaning. Remember, everybody's looking at your faces. Some of you look really panicked, and we'll do the best we can on that. All right.
Heavenly Father, just thank you for this day, and thanks for the opportunity for us to come together and just make music. I pray that out there on stage, you'll just let us do this for your glory. And just, it's been a great year so far. And just thanks for this opportunity again, God. And your son's name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Cub. All right, folks, let's go have fun. This is what we work for.
It's not a high school choir. There is no allowance for age. You work and you become great and you go to state and you get all ones, and you don't sound like a high school choir at Singers Showcase. That's the expectation, and that's what he gets every year.
Kennedy had kind of a difficult time choosing songs. He gave us at least 5 or 6 because he didn't know which ones he wanted to do. But we eventually fell in love with the songs, and especially the conversion of Saul was really difficult. We took it to a level that we didn't think we would have been able to. My biggest worry with festival was probably the sight reading, because last year we didn't do very well.
All right, so this one is pitched higher than what you're used to reading as far as where do is. It's on A. It's in 3/4. No problem. Watch the downbeat of measure 4. You have to look ahead and think ahead where the syncopated pattern falls over beats 2 and 3. Sure you're on the first pitch to start with, hum the first chord. Sopranos, just watch where you're going, girls. In 3, 3, 4. I'll give you a full 3 and then off you go. 1, 2, 3. Leave your books on the table. Be sure you have all the personal belongings, and we'll head back down to the auditorium to gather your stuff, and we'll head back out and get on the bus, and I'll get your papers and meet you out there. We'll go back home.
Try not to be noticeable just in case.
If we had sopranos that could read worth crap, we might be doing all right.
We
For
some reason it reminded me of Away in a Manger for some reason.
It was very predictable.
So did you think we made it?
I wouldn't have given you a 1 on that because of the sopranos can't sing. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get on the bus. Hey, y'all get on the bus. If you'd heard those pieces this morning, that was a little miracle right there that we just got through them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, boys. Thank you, David. Bye. I'll see you soon. See you guys. Alrighty, that took a while. Well, I think y'all know what you did on stage, which was, I anticipated, was good. You got a 1 in sight reading, believe it or not. Right? So straight 1s, that has not happened with singers that I really remember. We always make a 2 in sight reading. So y'all pulled that through, very good.
And I was very surprised that we got a 1 in sight reading. It was a big relief.
Mr. Kennedy seemed pretty proud. And it was nice to not let him down because, you know, it's difficult when you let Mr. Kennedy down because he has such expectations. And when you just see the smile on his face, it just makes you feel so proud.
It's been a great year. These are absolutely marvelous scores. It's going to be hard to see you all take off in a week or 2. And I'm very proud of you. Thanks.
Woo! Woo!
Well, we'll go home.
You know, we've been doing the fall retreats, the prep retreats at the beginning forever, but these spring retreats have become very meaningful.
It has been such an experience to be a part of this and to have so much love around you and support, and it's just going to be something that I'm going to miss.
Going into the last show, like these past few years that I've been in it, it's never really hit me that like, hey, it's the end of the year. Now with graduation coming and then showcase, like it's finally hit me that this is the last time that I'm doing anything with singers.
It's hard to see it go, you know. This has been my family for 4 years, and it's just one of those things, you know, where life hands you a situation and you know you got to move on from it, but at the same time, you know, just make the best of it, and it's going to be an awesome show, so I'm looking forward to it and making the best out of that night, so.
Like being at the end and like knowing that Tuesday is like my last time, I'm just really, I'm really like happy that these people were who I spent my senior year with, and I'm really lucky.
Maybe we reached what we thought we would this year. I had no idea. None of us did when we started, where we were going with this. It's all about the journey. And that's what counts, is what did the journey do for you this year?
Starting out this year, I had really low expectations for this group just because last year, I mean, we were so awesome, and it kind of just like amazes me like how well we did at state. And
it's been a
family effort for all of us to get to where we are, and you can sense that throughout the entire year.
You all remember that Chanticleer was back in the fall, and you all were sounding like a well-seasoned group when we were just barely getting started. And I knew then this is going to be a great year, and I got that part right.
He completely changed the course of my life, and if it wasn't for him, I would have been doing nothing in high school. I probably would have failed by now. He's been keeping me in line for 3 years, and he's like a dad or something, or he's just awesome. He's the greatest guy I've ever met.
If Jim didn't care so much about making the group sound so good, we wouldn't be up here doing retreats like this. You know, it's a unity, it's a team building thing to try to get us to, realize what it's all about. Not just the music, but, the people.
Each senior gets in front of the rest of the group, and then everybody just shares, and they lift them up. And some of them will sit up there for 30 minutes, and the kids just continue. You talk about crying.
I just want to thank you personally for always being someone that I could look to as a really, really good role model, like at all times. So thank you.
A lot of the mornings I walk into Singers, and I generally have a good mood, but some mornings I'm just having a bad morning. And just whenever I see you, you always have a smile on your face, and that always makes my day better.
Just thank you for putting up with me for 4 years and just being there and for me and just being a great person and someone that everyone here can look up to.
We're all weird, and people look at us funny in the hallway. They're like, those kids, they're just singing to themselves. Don't talk to them because they're weird. But we don't even care because we love each other so much and we just have so much fun. And I love these people so much, and it's going to be so hard to say goodbye.
These past 2 years have been awesome because you're always someone I can talk to about anything, and you're always so sweet. And you just always have that big smile on your face. And you always make everyone laugh. Your laugh is just so funny.
You've been a really good friend to me. I thank you for building me up every time I would miss notes or something like that. You'd be like, Josh, man, you could do it. Just come on, you could do it. And I'd be like, no, I can't. I can't do that. And then you say, no, you keep pushing. And I was like, no, just stop. But you kept pushing me. I thank you for that. You made me better than when I started. So I thank you for that, and I love you.
For those kids to tell the other ones, and for them to hug each other and cry with each other and love each other, and I just think they can't do that in this building. They would be laughed at. But up there, they're safe.
When I think who really is an example of what a Powell High singer is, Kristen could easily fill those shoes and say, this is the way you're supposed to be if you're in a group like this. And you have shown that to everybody, and appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The plan is pretty much this. We have use of our auditorium to do mic checks. Wesley's here. But at 6:30, we need to be out of here. I don't want the audience seeing you after 6:30. Retreat, I couldn't ask for a better retreat. I don't know about you all. It was good for me to hear what you all had to say, to watch the way you all treated each other, to watch the respect that you gave to everything that was happening. Tonight, it's supposed to be fun. All right, so have fun, make a mistake, think of all the things you're doing right.
You want some help, buddy? Yeah. Not gonna take you forever.
You all are, without a doubt, a fantastic singing group. Best in the state. And that's so cool to have that right here in this community.
Every time I dress for a concert, I just take my time and I just look. And I mean, even here, I can just look around the wall and I see these names of kids.
Kendall and Anthony and Nessa, Travis from OA.
And every single one of them, just when I look at it, I see their face, I see what they were doing, I see them performing.
The only thing I can tell you right now that's going to make your show any better than what I anticipate it's going to be is pay attention. Pay attention. Be on stage ready to go at 5 till. Look ahead and pay attention. Thanks so much for being here. We're so excited. We have worked very hard and have a great show for you tonight, and you're going to love it. So let's get this party started. You know how this works. If you are a PHS singer alumni, we need you on stage right now for the singing of our national anthem. Please come forward. Pitch. Thanks for coming.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
I don't think Mr. Kennedy will ever know till he gets to heaven the impact he's had either directly or indirectly on literally thousands of people. It's so much more than just a choir.
It's like even if you don't plan on like going forward with music, the group is more than music. It's like life lessons, and like every day you learn something new about yourself.
Hey, did you know that the best part of waking up is not Folgers in your cup? It's that Mr. Kennedy didn't kill you in your sleep.
You know how a ton of magicians always try to walk on water?
Yeah.
Well, Kennedy can swim through land.
He is so hard on us. He is so hard on us, and he is mean sometimes, and I'm not going to lie, like he is very hateful sometimes. But he has got the biggest heart, and he knows what he wants in a group, and he strives for excellence, and he won't stop until he gets it.
Again, thank you so much for being here. As we draw, it just seems like we just started. As we draw to another end, we'd like to thank you. These kids love to sing, and the things we have accomplished this year will help them to go on and be what they want to be. They have learned how to do it. We went to State Festival. We were underway up to that level. And this choir, the Powell High Singers, has scored the highest score they have ever scored in my history at Powell High School. And I'm so proud of them. I have a couple more songs for you this evening as we close out this season of the Powell High Singers.
Walk down that lonesome road, all by yourself.
It's hard for you to sing at the end, walk down that lonesome road, when you realize you're getting ready to step out of that safety net. It's a tough thing for them to handle.
I never really got teary-eyed when we sang it the past couple years because I never really thought about it, and this is it. It's the last time. It's rough.
I probably won't make it through without crying. I'll probably start crying before the song even starts.
I'm gonna be really upset. I know this year went by extremely fast.
It gives me chills just talking about it because you're holding on to this family and these people that you've grown with and matured with, and you're saying goodbye to all of these memories and all this fun and this passion that you've had, and then it's like you don't know where you're going from here.
I could say anything to Mr. Kenny, just be like, that you are the man that was supposed to be at Powell High School for these 25 years.
You keep thinking, no, he's going to move on, but he's not. He loves it, and he's in the place he's supposed to be. And I don't know a whole lot of people that are.
This road tonight, carry on.
All right, so last question. You get one word to describe the whole experience.
Life-changing.
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 Definitely life-changing. Yes.
It's hard to feel how much we've done together and then to let that go. But then it's also very rewarding to have that as part of who they're going to be now and take that with them. Looking forward to next year.
Shining high above the tree.
And scared, not too prepared, and my world was a blank sheet of paper.
This one isn't supposed to end.
Searching for signs, hoping to find someone to help with my load as I walk down that lonesome road.
That was so good. What a show.
Then I saw hands in the air. Something made me follow.
I'm so proud of you.
Some kind of magic, I swear. I found my music. And those hands in the
Oh no.
I learned to breathe and take in the scenes, and I traveled the world on a riser. Notes on my page grew richer each day and left a mark that would make me reach higher, reach higher. Follow some kind of magic, I swear. I found my music in those hands in the air. Looking over the landscape I've traveled, I can still see that winding road, and the moon through the trees, and the stars guiding me to this place. Out with my hands in the air, I'm so thankful for this moment. Offer a soulful, grateful prayer for the music. When I saw hands in the air, something follow those hands in the air.
Well, I'll be back tomorrow.